Okay, y'all, man, this morning started out as just, I tried to get a little bit of an early start because I knew I had to pick up my other truck. And man, as soon as Cam gets here, we start loading the trailer up, and we got a flat tire on the trailer. Yeah, and the bad thing is, what's really ugly is, with this truck, I only have the capability of changing a tire. I don't have any other tools. So yeah, go figure. So I got Cam going on that one, and I'm going to go deal with it. I'm going to get my other truck, and in the other truck, I got the tools to change the tire. But see, us trying to change the tire with an old socket, it done rounded one of the freaking lugs. So I might not even I might have to wait until tonight to get it off. My inflator is over here in the other truck. Everything's in the other truck. That's why I hate, because I can never have all the tools in this truck that I got in the other truck. You want to, almost want a carbon copy of the tools. Yeah, ugly. I said ugly. But I'm going here to my mechanic shop, so they'll have the tools it takes to get that off. I know they will. So even if I don't, I might have done rounded it too much where I don't know, man. I might have to heat that sucker up, man. It's ugly, man. When you start your day off fooling with tires, I'm busting my hand wide open to the white meat. Fuck, man. I hate starting my day off like this, and I didn't even have to work today, man. I could have just put all this off till next week, But no, I'm trying to damn get money, and trying to damn get things done, and trying to keep a few dollars in Cam's pocket, and blah 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 blah. So it looks like that tire's holding there pretty good, though. If I can make it through the day, I don't know. I got a brand new spare tire, but yeah, I got a sob story, y'all. I've been frazzled ever since I walked up to the truck and saw, as soon as we loaded the trailer, I was pulling out, and the tires was flat. All right, y'all, I got to undo. I got to get all the stuff now. I got to make sure I get everything out of this truck and back into the other truck. Let me see. Okay, man, damn, man. Yeah, so I got the tire off. Yeah, that was a little bit of a pain in the butt. But, now I'm headed back over here to where Cam is. I'm glad I got him started over here, because there's no sense in two of us, running down a tire. So he'll been made, the business, $120 while I'm doing this, and that's why you hire somebody, So good to get the old truck back. They had to replace the water pump too. I kind of figured that, because if you're gonna go all through all that, and you got the OEM, the original part, water pump, you might as well go and change it out, man, while they got everything apart. But Cam's just right here, so but I ain't got time to really kick it hardcore this morning, man. I gotta get my mind back right, man, back on going positive. I've been in reverse all morning, man, for the last hour and a half. Reverse, yeah. So I gotta get my brain back to positive. Gotta kick it. Okay, y'all. So here we are over here. It was a great idea that Eddie had with the pool brush. I think we might have to, yeah, you're gonna have to have a ladder, man. Eddie, that idea ain't working so good right now. And she got sometimes those gutter guards, they don't work as good as they pay. Because I can look at it right now and tell that those are not the good ones. But the good ones flat and shit'll roll off. Those are the ones that are like mesh, and it's just like wire, and that's why all that shit's hung up on it. Again, they went cheap. That's why. So now you're gonna have to get the other ladder, and we're gonna have to figure out. I mean, that might help in some place. You can set that back here somewhere. Y'all can see what we're dealing with here. There's a lot of grit and stuff that we gotta kind of rub loose with that brush. That brush is a great idea. It ain't going. Well, I'm glad we didn't. That ain't the only thing we brought. So, but I'm gonna get the orchard ladder, and I'm gonna get over here in front of him where it's real heavy, and I'm gonna reach up with that brush while he blows all that. So. Okay, y'all, so we're creeping on around, and yeah, so all that loose stuff up there, we'll get that when we go to the back, because in the back he's gonna be able to get up on the roof. See all that grit on the shingles right there? You see it right there on the shingles? Yeah. So we got to get that out of that valley there, but we'll wait till we get to the back for that. You want to blow it? So while he finishes that, I'm gonna go around back, set the camera up. So back here, we're gonna have to use that ladder, the big ladder, all the way across this back. I don't want him up there on that steep slope. I don't mind if he gets on that and goes to the top with the backpack blower and blows everything down. So we'll work across this way, and then when we get to right there, we'll put him up on the roof, and I'll hand him the backpack blower, and then that's when he can wrap up. Uh-oh, coming on around here with the ladder. To go from sitting in a skid steer to moving a ladder around, man, I done fell off, y'all. Hey Cam, so can you, here, let me get it. Yeah, it looks pretty good right there. Hell yeah, there you go. See, the reason it's getting hung up there is those damn gutter guards are caved in, ain't they? Yeah. See, they're not hard flat like the solid ones are. There's a concave right there coming down the roof. That's because they cheap. They cheap ones. They are not no good ones. All right, so let's move to this end right here, because right there you can blow that when you're on this piece with the big blower. You got to be a supporting cast, man. I'm the owner, but I got to support. I got to be the supporting. Whoa. What you call teamwork made the dream work, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna start loading up. All right. Okay, y'all, so y'all saw the tree from yesterday. I can probably cut it with this saw. I don't want to I got new chains for both my saws that I use. Y'all know I don't. Now I got about 4 saws. These are the 2 that are the go-to saws, especially the 201T. About time to buy another one. I got a couple of these. But they're all well, they're all older now. They get used so much. This saw right here is about 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. This saw right here, I don't know what they go for now, but when I bought it, just the power head alone was $7.99, and it will accommodate a 14-inch bar, maybe even a 16-inch bar. But I like the 12-inch bar on this saw. That's what I like. You got more torque that way. If I'm going to get into some big stuff, then I use this saw. And this tree's pretty big, but it's going to be soft. But you see, this chain is wore out because I cut through a tree and I hit barbed wire in the tree. So the chain on this saw is about $40. The chain on this saw is about $20. So and I got new chains in the truck for both of them, but I don't want to use that unless I have to, and that's how I roll, man. When it's doing tree work, and sometimes you just have to, and I may have to. That's a little loose. I'm gonna work on this a little bit, and for about 10 minutes, and see if I can make it be more than what it is right now. And the last time I used this, we ran out of bar oil, and I put hydraulic fluid in it, and that'll work in a pinch, but it ain't, it ain't the same as the bar oil. I mean, it'll work, but not quite as thick as the bar oil is. So I might just. Cam's on the roof blowing it off. Cam got up there and said, "Man, there ain't nothing in these gutters," and that's kind of, and I'm telling him, I'm like, you never know what you're going to get. People want to blow them out either way, so we charge him $200 either way. As soon as he got up there, they came to the door, and the wife came. I've been on him a long time. Ray, can you help us? Mike fell. That's his wife. And he couldn't get up. So me and Cam had to go inside and help him get up. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to sharpen this chain a little bit, and then of course I'm going to tighten it up too. So we'll see what I can see if I can get it where I can at least cut that big pine. And I'm going to use the mower over there. We got to cut the grass and everything over here. So we do the damn the gutters first, blow the roof off, get all this stuff down, then blow it out from the house, and then we cut the grass. Use the mowers. We got to push mow the back, and this is all we're doing. So we're going to be roughly at about $780 today. We cut a yard. The very first thing when I went over to the mechanic shop, and that was 120. So see, this chain does not feel that bad. Done the roof and everything, and I ain't even sharpened the saw yet. This chain don't feel as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, perfect. That don't happen often. I don't think I'm even going to need the big saw. We'll see. All right, y'all. Okay, guys. So let's see how soft it is. I'm thinking I'm going to be able to push it. A lot of it right up in the woods. That's all we're trying to do is push it up in the woods. So a lot of mess right here, but. Let's just see what it feels like with when I bump up against it with the mower, and then I'll know. But I think I can cut the whole thing with the little saw. So yeah. right, y'all. So here we are. We're done. It's 12 o'clock. And yeah, so we did a little more than $700. So I'm good with that. Got my truck back. It's running great. I haven't paid the mechanic yet because he had not had a chance to write it all up. But I'll get by there and pay him, you know, whenever. Well, he'll tell me. So, well, this gas station right here is booming. They make a killing right here. But Cam did great, man. But you know, we got that tree up. That was a little pain. I could have charged him a little more money for that, but I'm okay. I mean, me and Cam work good together. He has all this abundance of energy, and I have an abundance of experience, and that really, you know, when you trust each other, he's got to trust what I'm telling him is the best way or whatever. And a lot of times when you got guys out here that you know they're a little older, that have worked for a few people, and you know they still don't know shit, but they don't know shit. And then you get them out here and they think they do, and then they want to debate with you about every little thing you're telling them. When, you know, at the end of the day, we got to do it the way that I charge for it. And if you know, to make top dollar out here, you got to do it like I tell you to do it. And it may seem petty, but usually if you do it the way I say do it, there's usually a reason without me having to go into a whole lot of detail. And that's usually what happens when I have, you know, guys out here that are a little bit older than Cam, you know, maybe in their early 20s. You know, they want to think they're running shit after a couple of weeks, and they want to think, you know. And see, Cam's a clean slate. He doesn't know anything, and he knows he doesn't. When it comes to, you know, working and being efficient and all that. So I don't have to worry about other people's methods creeping into his head, because there are no other people's methods. Now that's, you know, that's bad in some regards, but it's a lot more good than bad, because I don't have to, I know what he's going to do or likely to do. If I'd have had somebody else on that first job where we were trying to figure out the best way to do that without killing ourselves, then I would have been, you know, arguing with Zach or whoever, you know, or whoever else is out here, Bo, or even the Toby guy or whoever, over the method. You know, it's hard to figure the method out if you're the employee, because you don't know what the expectations are. You got to know what the expectation is to come up with the best method of doing whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter really what you're doing. With the lawns and stuff, we are so efficient at that, and that's because I've been doing it for so long. But when you start doing other stuff, you realize that, you know, the young man doesn't know a lot about other stuff. He knows a lot about lawn maintenance now. The way that we do things is because he's got a good memory. I mean, he really does. He's a good kid, man. I really do like him, contrary to what anybody might think. And you know, he's a lot more grown with his money than anybody else. He made $300 this week, and I guarantee you, he ain't worked 12 hours total. Only worked 3 today. So, but if you don't listen to me and he irritates me or whatever, then I'm not gonna want to go through that when we're doing other stuff. I can just, you know, slow roll the other stuff and just do it myself. There's nothing that we did today that I couldn't do by myself. My approach probably would have been different. The hardest thing we did today was deal with that tree. But I got a skid steer. I can come over there with that mulcher and in 10 minutes have that tree up in the woods and gone. you know. So now he wouldn't be willing to pay for that, but I could have done it, and you know, I wouldn't have lost money. I ain't gonna too tough to lose money out here. I got too much equipment. Hate to say it like that, but that's the truth, man. That's why I feel like it's really important to have good equipment. I haven't heard from the dealer about my mower yet. There's only a couple things it could be, and that's one of them: solenoid ground starter. That's it. Because it was running. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Turns out, I mean, I can turn it with the screwdriver. I can turn it. It's not locked up or nothing. So, but when it starts getting cold, these mowers start acting stupid. I'm tired though. I don't really know what I want to eat today, man. I'm gonna go in here and holler at the old lady, man. Go in here and holler at my wife. She's at work. I'll kick it with her for a few minutes. I like seeing her at work. She likes me to come by because she's in an office and she's you know, by herself or whatever. So I keep thinking there's something I need to do. I can't think of what it is.